You probably sitting and listening to me, you wouldn't believe that maybe in 2 months you will hold your feminine in your arms. You will be sitting on a date, in love, heart to your key, right? Because you feel like there's still so many things that have to end in your life. Maybe you even feel that you're not ready, that you still, that you're still sitting in a bit of an energy of avoidance. Remember that what we said, the avoidance, the boundaries, right? The dishonest boundaries. But it's that decision. It's a decision for this collective. It's the energy of this full moon. You have to take a decision. That's all they need from you. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, if this is really your collective, right? This is an advice if it's really your collective. Look in the mirror and say, I'm no longer avoidant. I no longer want to avoid love. I no longer want to avoid my highest, most aligned timeline. Show me the way. They will show you. They will show you how. They will help you. They will clear the path. Because what we're not understanding on this journey, especially the masculines for a very long time, is that the blockage on between the you and your feminine and the you and your happiness is you. It's you. It's you who thinks you're not worthy. It's you who thinks that there's so many obstacles in the physical world. It's you who no. There's gonna be some sort of a revelation coming towards you in the next 2 weeks. One more. I feel it's gonna be through resolution of this separation, sadness, missing you. Twin flames at the bottom of the deck. I want one more for that. Whoop. Self-indulgence, one more. Love call. I wouldn't be surprised. You guys, I feel like you're gonna be watching this Healthier Choices and you're not gonna even believe me. Because there's something like it's energetic blockage, and I feel it links to that personal watch from the beginning. Conclusions are within reach, personal issue resolution, this person that was blocking you, right? So it's gonna reach resolution, and it's gonna push you towards that decision, and you're gonna be able to say, yeah, I want it. And from it's literally, believe me, it's a millisecond of a decision. It's one thing that we do, and then it's a I'm thinking that a Three of Wands from this deck, that it's like a domino effect. I feel like this separation is going to hit you hard, and I feel you're going to start really, remember we had that twin flames, you're really going to start thinking about this. You're really going to start understanding what did I say? There is no glass wall. What's in between you and your feminine, it's always you. It's always you. It's never life, obstacles, destiny. It's you. It's your lack of worthiness. It's your wound, both of you, right? This is why healing is needed on this journey. And you're going to realize that. And I feel you're going to make that love call. I feel you're going to find the courage to just grab your phone and to just call. Maybe you're going to feel it's going to be, maybe you're going to be nervous, but it often happens with the divines, right? The masculines hesitate, the masculines feel like it's going to, right? But the moment you see us, or you hear our voice, or you stand like in presence of our energy, it feels right, right? When you're truly ready. So let's see if you're truly ready. Let's see. All right, let's see. I'm excited for this collective. Let's see. Hold on. I'm mixing my decks here. Okay, this one. Hold on. We can make it through the fight. All right. We're gonna do now, we're gonna do guidance. We're gonna see where you are. We're gonna see your energy, okay? And then we're gonna do guidance. With these two, we're gonna see your energy. Let's start from this one. What's the energy of this masculine? Dark night of the soul. Didn't I say that? Dark night of the soul. Winner, chicken dinner. I knew it. Let me read. The dark night of the soul is a painful yet very necessary process on our spiritual awakening. Your soul is going through a complete and deep purification. You may be receiving downloads, visions of painful memories, remembrance of your mistakes. You are being thrown into the hell of your darkest shadows to heal and surrender to the divine. This can create confusion, helplessness, and even disconnect from your existence and its purpose. The meaning you have given to your life before is no longer valid. You are here to achieve more, to be more. You are asked to release and reevaluate. Remember, it's always darkest before the dawn. It's this energy. You're feeling it's always darkest before the dawn. You're feeling it's impossible. You wouldn't believe that in 2 months you can be hugging and like sipping some wine with your divine feminine. But you're one decision away. One decision away. Always. Always. Dark night of the soul is so painful. It rips us apart to the very pieces. But it's necessary. And we both go through it. The difference is that feminines go through dark night of the soul as we get activated to the journey, as you awaken us from our dormancy, as our kundalini rises. And then we go through the spiral journey of healing that lasts years as you are underneath the veil. But for you, for the masculine, from dark night of the soul to the Satori, it's a decision. It's readiness. It's understanding that this journey isn't about perfection. It's about standing in your masculine power. Lifting the veil. I got the power. Yeah, baby. You got the power. Number 47. You got the power. You got the power to create your reality. You are the master alchemist. Your mind is incredibly powerful if you choose to use it to your advantage. Train your mind to look at everything as an opportunity to grow and an exciting challenge instead of allowing it to dwell on worst case scenario and see everything as a blockage. This card invites you to remove limiting beliefs and start using your mind as a tool to achieve your goals. You may try a few empowering exercises like, okay, listen, this is it. This is the change of mindset, right? For a very long time, you use your beautiful mind, more masculines, to create obstacles. But you are the only blockage to think it's not going to happen. It's not going to be possible. It's going to take so much time. It's going to be so difficult. And then that millisecond happens when you take a decision. And universe shows you that once you remove the blockage of you, universe will allow everything to fall into place. You got the power. Worrying and hoping takes the same amount of energy. And you look at things as blockages. And when you truly enter your divine masculine, right? So let's say there are blockages, whatever it is. There's always are blockages. Obviously, you're going to have to prove your love as you return from your quest, right? So whether your feminine is started seeing someone, or maybe she lives in a different city, in a different country, maybe she is in that mindset that she is in a moment of peace and she feels like she moved on, right? She's not going to be that receptive. Instead of looking as a blockage, how are we going to solve this? Enter this masculine mindset. Bring it on. I love a good challenge. I'm going to conquer this game. I'm going to solve it all. That's a true masculine. Our masculines love the quest and love the challenge. You're conquerors. True divine masculine, if you would knock on our door and we would be like, yeah, yes, ready, receptive, you'd be kind of disappointed. Love me a good challenge. You are not what you have. Didn't I say this? I was seeing this card. You are not what you have. You're removing this right now. So maybe there are certain things within you that, you know, that you feel like you don't have enough. Remember we were talking about that prejudice, whether that's your country of origin or race or financial status, education, something within that stupid conditioning of this world that you believed that this defies you who you are. But what defies who you are is your courage, is your power, is your heart. You are not what you have, and you attract what you are. You attract what you are. Maybe you are right now. I want one more, a little bit like in this, it's in this understanding love of attraction, understanding that you attract with your mindset. So once you believe you have the power, you can do this, you're the master, you're the masculine, right? You understand what's important, boo, you're gonna attract it. One more. I am the problem. You guys know that it's my favorite card from the deck for my masculines. This is a moment when everything like falls into place, when you realize that you are the problem. You were the problem all along. You were the blockage. You were the blockage. It is not the oceans and the countries that stand in between you and your feminine. It is not another man. It is not your culture. It is not your financial status. It is not your education. It is not language. It is not your families. It is you. It is you, my brother. It is you. And once that millisecond hits and you take a decision, it's no longer going to be me. I'm going to remove all the obstacles. And we have breaking barriers at the bottom of this deck. And the universe will help you with that. Your energy swan. Twinnies. But it's also a reflection. It's also a deep reflection. It's also a bit of a solitude time for a reflection. Our masculines need, there's no true divine masculine without humility. So as long as you are sitting in this bravado, Casanova kind of energy, cocky energy, afraid of rejection, afraid of, not controlling the situation and not being the winner of every situation, you're not going to progress. Deep reflection, this is why you have the dark night of the soul. It's still a little bit in your energy. I feel those 2 weeks are going to be, but this is how it happens for our masculines, it seems like we, at the end of the journey, the shift is so quick because you've been doing the work underneath the veil. You've been doing the work in the matrix. If you're going through tower moments, through karmic relationships, it didn't feel like work because it was subconscious, spiritual work because it was subconscious. The moment you're ready from the dark night of the soul, true dark night of the soul, things really happen very quickly. But you would be in a very deep reflection right now. Gazelle. I don't like this energy for my masculines. I'm kind of hopeful because it's on top of you've got the power, right? But you're not. This is feminine energy. This is fear. You are still fearful. You still fear. What's gonna happen if I really reach out to my feminine? If I make that love call, is she gonna pick up? Is she gonna want to talk to me? Is she will want to listen to me? Will I have the courage not to run away? When things will get deep, things will get real, when there's going to be vulnerability needed, you still doubt yourself. But, rewind to that moment when I read through the I've got the power cards. I can sort of put this, so you can take a little screen and then maybe like take a mirror image and read this to you. It's important for this collective. You got the power. You got the power. There's nothing to be feared. There's nothing to be feared. You just need to choose to enter in this masculine mindset of, I love a good challenge. I want a challenge. I want her to challenge me. This is who we are for each other. Through this connection, through each other, we become best versions of selves because we challenge each other. In the beginning, it's subconscious, but it's that ultimate mirror that we are for each other. So enter this situation and this mindset. I want her to challenge me because she will help me to become a better man. Beautiful. We have the snake, which is a bit of an awakening energy. I kind of want to read through the snake. It is consistency as well, so it's going to be important. And we have the nightingale as well. This is speaking from your heart. This is speaking from your heart. This is opening your throat chakra. This is preparation for communication. Hold on, let's read this snake. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that our Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine, the Kundalini, in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened and untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga meditation teacher can lead the way. I don't think it's make haste. The snake card appeals when there's no more time to waste. This is it. When there's no more ties to waste. When out of balance starts and stops. Procrastination. When in balance, creative, charismatic. Kundalini yoga. Maybe you can do some Kundalini yoga even online. You know, I rarely recommend this, you guys know, but for this collective, if it really resonated, if you are truly a divine masculine on a twin flame journey, all these messages resonate, you can go to YouTube and find yourself a good Kundalini yoga meditation, and even if it's as you go to sleep, right? There is an untapped potential that is starting to awaken within you because you are going through that reflective dark night of the soul. They're preparing you for your Satori. You don't believe your power just yet. But remember, if you truly believe that your feminine is your feminine, the other half of your soul, you are her and she is you. Whoever she is, whatever you see in her, and I always say this to you guys, whatever you see in her, you have. You just need, there's something as well about the consistency. Maybe you're afraid of yourself, that you're going to get scared like that little gazelle and that you're going to again go into avoidance. Take a decision that you'll not, and you won't. I promise you, it's that millisecond of a decision. Stand in front of a mirror and say to yourself, I'm no longer avoidant. I will not run away from my path. I will not run away from my happiness. I will not run away when things get difficult. I will show consistency. Your commitment is being tested. And your commitment will be tested. Can you speak from the heart? Can you be vulnerable? But this is your energy. This is not guidance, you guys. What we were doing, this is your energy. So yes, you're still a little bit fearful, but you are deeply reflective. You are starting to show consistency. You are awakening to your power. You're understanding that your power is not what you have physically, but it is your spirit, the power of your spirit. You start to speak from your heart. Maybe you even recently found yourself saying things that in the past you would never say, like being vulnerable in certain situations. One more. And the owl. That's beautiful. The owl. The owl is magical. To have the owl for the masculine, these are your clairs. This is your clairvoyance. This is your inner knowing. You know this collective. You know that this is your path. You know that you're in a journey. You know that you were the problem all along. I keep hearing that you're really one decision away. You really are one decision away. I feel like I want to do 5 of these as well, and then we're going to do tarot for guidance. Telepathic. Maybe you feel that you're very connected to your feminine right now. This is on top of that swan, which is a 20 card, but it's also reflection. You are a reflection of each other, right? When you guys go through Dark Night of the Soul, we are a little bit shielded, right? Because we already went through this and we are telepathically connected. But we already went through this pain. There's no reason for us to go through this again. So what usually happens, and this is how feminines towards the end of the journey know, that they feel a little disconnect from the masculine. But if you're feminine watching, it has to be, you're already in your divine feminine, you're already in your peace, in your wholeness, in your mission, you've detached, you live this, life of a divine feminine. And you would have created the union. The feminine creates the union on a level of energy, and we connect to you on a daily basis, on 24/7. But the moment comes, we feel like a little bit like you're sometimes like you're not here. It's like you're shielded, and that's a sign that you're going through that dark night of the soul, because we are shielded. But I think that you would feel really connected to your feminine. So maybe there are certain things that I want to read through this. I feel you through everything. The things I touch, the images I see, and the voices I hear. We are connected through this universe, even if we're miles apart. Maybe you feel that. Maybe everything reminds you of her. Maybe if she has a presence on social media, literally everything like she posts, you feel like she's freaking speaking to you. Maybe you think about something and then like she posts something that is like similar, or she would be in your energy a lot right now. Capricorn, it may be a detail, but it's more energy. I always say this. I was too focused on my career and my goals. I took you for granted and expected you to wait for me. Unfortunately, you knew you'll be waiting forever. I'm sorry I never put you first. This is it, you guys. Remember, we were talking about there are three things here. One is money, is the blind faith, right? And is the doubt right now. So too focused on my career, which means that you doubt, you thought that you are what you have. So it's a detail, don't make this fit. One of the stoppers that you didn't want to connect to your feminine is because you thought that you didn't have a good enough life, enough money, right? Enough things to offer in the physical world. You're removing this because it's complete nonsense, so it's good. I took you for granted and expected you to wait for me. This means that you were in this mindset that I describe. Victim of fate, master of destiny. You thought that if it's really meant to be, you can go around, be a Casanova, focus on your career, stick your fingers in a different pies, connect to other women, right? You can completely be in your escapism and avoidance. And if the time is right, well, she's just going to reappear magically in the coffee shop, right? If she's meant to be. You didn't consider how she's going to suffer through this separation. You didn't consider that that you have to put in effort. The destined things, it doesn't mean that we're bound by and they're going to happen. We're masters of our destiny. We unlock the doors for ourselves, right? And then unfortunately you knew you would be waiting forever. I'm sorry I never put you first. You have to admit to that. And you're afraid because it's on top of that gazelle. You know these things already. But you're afraid to address them. You're afraid to admit to your feminine, I'm sorry, but I thought I wasn't good enough. I maybe still think I'm not good enough. I'm sorry, I thought that if you were meant for me, you would be there. And in the meantime, I was like, woo, enjoying life, enjoying Matrix. But you got the power. You got the power to face this. Snake. Fulfilled. Fulfillment. When I'm with you, I feel complete. I feel as if I won the best prize of all. You're exactly what I need and I want in my life. This is how you'll be feeling about your feminine. It's like you won a lottery and you're still not believing that you're worthy completely. But you're awakening your power. You're understanding that the worthiness, it's within our soul. It's the spark within our soul. It's not what we have. You're starting to tap into the energy of finding fulfillment within. She is your fulfillment. That's how you would feel. That's why it's giving you strength to become consistent, to stop procrastinating. Nightingale. Surrender. We have surrender. I'm ready to surrender myself to our connection. I will no longer run away from it and I will no longer deny it. I am trusting in the universe and our love for one another. Woo! You guys, this is what you need to say in front of a mirror, okay? Again, you can take a little this is focusing. You can take a little snap, but I'll read this to you again because this is, you attract what you have. So as long as you think you're not worthy, what do you want to attract? Start attracting. This is what you have to start saying to you every day in the mirror. I am ready to surrender myself to our connection. Repeat. I will no longer run away from it. I will no longer deny it. I am trusting in the universe and our love for one another. The millisecond has passed. You have just taken a decision. You're welcome. Say this to yourself every day. And we also have March 20th, May 5th, spring. So maybe springtime is going to be victim mentality. Maybe springtime is going to be significant. Maybe, maybe it's in the past as well. I feel like this is more in the future. That if you surrender, I know that we said 2 months, right? January, February, and I stand for it, but I feel like it's going to be January, February. It's still going to be this transition, this healing together, this, really starting, but true surrendering. What's going to happen? Hold on, let me do one more for that March, because I'm all over the place. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. I feel that if this is truly the collective, next 2 weeks are going to be crucial. The next 2 months, you guys know that I always explain to you that there's this in and out period still. We don't come to union as you return on the first day. There's this calibration. So it may be those 2 months. But I feel for this collective with the Divine Feminine, I feel your timeline can be between March and May. Your divine timing. And I want one more for the owl. Whoa, too many. Wordless. There's so much for me to tell you, but I'm unable to express myself in a rational way, so I'd rather keep quiet. It may be you guys that you already have so many things that you have to say, that you've taken notes of things that, I don't know why I just saw someone having like a list of things that you want to say to your feminine once you see her again. Maybe that's why you're also confused and you're telling yourself that you're procrastinating because of that. But if you have many things to say, you're going to have a lot of time to say these things. It doesn't have to be all at once. It doesn't have to be like this word vomit in one conversation. Start from something, start from whatever. It doesn't matter where you're going to start from. It really doesn't. Allow yourself to be guided by your higher self, by your guides as well. Surrender. Fragmentation of a soul. Maybe if your feminine did a full soul recall for the both of you. Number 80. Maybe you're afraid that you're not going to say the right things, that you're not going to... Don't. Trust yourself. You got this. We're going to do some guidance now. This is your energy. So we know your energy. So now we're going to do some guidance. All right. So what is it that this beautiful collective... I'm thinking, do I want... No, I think I just want to go for tarot. I'm going to go for the loved ones. Let's start from the loved ones. I usually finish with these, but I'm guided to start with them. I don't know why I'm hearing Valentine's Day, so maybe Valentine's Days are important. Maybe this is why, remember what I said to you, that you were thinking that you don't believe that it could happen? Maybe you're starting to think about Christmas and then Valentine's. It's like you dream to spend Valentine's with your feminine. You feel like it's not going to be possible. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. You know that song? You're only one call away. You're only one decision away. Superman's got nothing on me. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and your memories you have shared with those you love. This is that you are not what you have. This is what I always say to you guys. When people are so obsessed chasing money, chasing status, chasing, financial status, the achievements in the physical world. But when you shed this physical body, you stand in front of your higher self and what do you got? What have you learned? You're not going to be able to take these things. And